got a real friend, you don't need much. Just a place to sit and fish is more than enough. When you got a real pal, there's nothing too tough. Together it is better when you got your real bud. Real bud.
Ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Let's roll.
John, welcome back to the Atkinson Dog Kennel.
Yeah, I know. I walked into this montage of animals that you got running around here. What's going on here? What's this all about?
We've got 3 dogs, Otis being the largest, and we have 2 golden doodles, I believe they are.
Is that what they are?
We are dog sitting for the next week, and they're not a fan of you.
Well, one of them started barking at me pretty hard here a minute ago, and I don't understand that because generally I'm pretty good with dogs.
I am too.
I shouldn't say I'm pretty good with them. They seem to like me for some reason.
Don't take it too personally. She barked at me this morning too, and I woke her up.
So, is that right? You have to wake her up, or
I just slowly opened the door to take a peek and see what they were doing in the spare bedroom, and they were both sitting on the edge of the door or edge of the bed and barking at me. So they were not fans.
So is this kind of a second income kind of scenario? What's this all about? Is it?
Yeah.
Or you just yeah?
We got a little money for it, but we were doing it out of the kindness of our heart.
Well, are you going to turn into professional dog watchers or dog sitters?
I don't think so. The first one of them has not eaten today.
Yeah. Okay.
And we were told tonight, since they hadn't eaten yet in 24 hours, to put melted cheese on their food. So they have a fancy preference.
And did that work?
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, okay.
They said shredded cheddar cheese. I said, does she prefer Gouda or blue cheese? They said shredded cheddar.
Ooh, wait a minute. Sharp or mild?
Ooh. I mean, is it
Yeah.
skim milk?
No, I don't know.
2%?
A lot of it does have skim milk, but you have different types of cheddar cheese.
I'll have to ask her. I'll say bark once
Mild,
for...
sharp, and extra hot, and whoa, don't even touch it kind of stuff.
Bark once for mozzarella, bark twice for pepper jack.
Yeah, that's all you need is pepper jack. And then running around the house and eating a bunch of pepper jack cheese. And
So it's a little chaotic here.
mm-hmm. It is chaos.
They calm down, but we've got Otis laying in front of us, so we'll hope he does not clip another light that falls on me.
Yeah, the president is laying. Typical presidents, just kind of laying down. Yeah. But, yeah, he seems to be doing okay. He's hopefully won't get too excited and start knocking down all the lights and creating mass chaos like we had in episode, 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, it was the first video one.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 1 strike on his record, so we'll have to ding him again next time. He just sat up and looked.
He just sat up and looked at us.
You serious,
we said 1 strike. So,
so how's your week, John?
My week's going pretty good. I've been pretty kind of busy all week. Worked at the Kansas City Auto Museum this last Friday for the whole day. Had a great time doing that. We had first Friday of every month that they have. You can call down there and you can do tours. And we arranged, we have to do it. We have to take people through in order to accommodate and accommodate their questions and give them kind of the personal attention that they kind of really want. And we had 5 tours on Friday, and it was just a lot of fun doing this thing.
Let's hear your tour voice.
Thank you for coming to the Kansas City Auto Museum.
Hey, mister, what's that one over there?
That's none of your business, kid. Get away from me.
That's my car. It's a CRV.
Yes, a CRV.
Mister, what's this? That's a urinal cake. Do you have a voice though? Like, over your left shoulder, you will see a 1946 Ford Model T.
No, a lot of them are, they're all covered. We try and keep all the cars covered. We encourage that. Some people don't, but most of them do. And we try and uncover, with the owner's permission, uncover the ones that they don't mind people looking at on tour day. And so you get a variety of different cars, from very, very old, from like a 1928 Rolls Royce to, fairly new kinds of things, like a 2015 or 2018 Corvette, for example, the newer model Corvette. So it's a lot of fun, and people just kind of walk around, and you have to kind of stay with them, insurance wise and regulation wise, and just kind of answer any of the questions that they may have about any of the cars. But there's always a little sheet in front of the car that kind of explains what the car is all about and who it belongs to, and some of the history of the car and that sort of thing.
So when they ask you, what kind of car is this, would you say, can't you read?
No, I haven't snapped at any of the little kids yet. I'm getting ready to, though. Oh. I can kind of feel it coming on, but, about that time, it's time to quit, go home.
A little pent-up anger.
And
listen here, you little twerp.
And then you walk in and see lovely Mrs. Ryan, and you kind of feel much better.
Oh.
Because she didn't put up with any of that kind of crap at all, so I got to be good.
Well, fun. What was your favorite car that you saw last week?
Oh, Jiminy Criminy. It's
Scion?
No, it was a Ferrari, and it was a 540 Ferrari, which is a very, very rare car.
Quite rare.
Yeah, it is quite rare. Quite rare. And we have Aston Martins, and we have Porsches, and we have some of the other classic type cars.
Oh, nice.
So it's a lot of fun. So come on down, or if you want a tour, we'd be more than happy to give you a tour. Just call the facility, call Kansas City Auto Museum, and schedule a tour, and then we can make it all happen.
It's always only the first Friday of every month?
First Friday of every month.
So I got to make sure you're on the schedule?
I'm on the schedule.
Well, you need to get on there, and I'll pester you the whole time.
Oh, yeah, that's all I need. I'm going to pass you on to one of the other tour guys.
Good luck with this one. He's a handful.
Yeah, he's a bunch. So.
He's really special, and he asks a lot of questions.
Yeah. How was your week? What's going on with you?
Week was okay.
Mm-hmm. Just okay?
Well, anytime there's a funeral, it's not great,
that's
John.
Sad. Yeah, I remember that.
Went to my uncle's funeral this week, and guess it was nice to see a lot of old family I haven't seen in a while, but sad. It's a funeral.
Yeah.
He was in the Air Force for 21 years, so they did a military funeral.
Thank you for service. Yeah.
And that was very interesting. And they had the folding of the flag and it wasn't a 21 gun salute. I'm not sure how
12 gun salute, maybe?
Well, there were 3 guns, and they fired them 3 times. So is that considered a 9 gun salute, or is that a 3 gun?
18. It is a 21.
Well, there was 3 people with 3 shots each.
Right.
So is that 9?
So you have 3
times 3
times 3 is
9.
Oh, yeah, it's 9. 9 gun salute. Okay.
We're not going to specialize and claim we are math wizards here.
No, I'm not a math wizard here. I mean, we have technical people for that on this.
So I'm not sure, when they get a 21 versus a 9 or a 1 gun. But
that's a good question. I don't know either.
But they told us they were going to do it, and they were over our shoulder, and even then, I still jumped a little bit.
Did you?
So that's when I knew I wasn't cut out for the military. I knew well before this weekend I was not cut out for the military, but
yeah. Military knew that too. So
you want me to crawl where? These are brand new pants.
Yeah, these are. I just had these laundered. What are you talking about? My boots are polished.
Well, John was in the military.
I was in the military.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I played Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was interesting seeing their formalities for that.
Yeah.
And just the way they would.
Was it one of those full-blown military funerals?
I don't know, mix it full-blown, but they basically just did the gun salute, read a couple passages, read a poem about serving and all that, and then I'm not sure the significance of each one. Each daughter got a flag that was folded up. And I think the first one it was already folded, but not professionally, I guess. And they undid the whole thing and then redid it. And then the guy knelt down and gave it to my cousin and said a little message with her with it. And then they grabbed another one from the coordinator lady and then unfolded it and refolded it and gave it to my other cousin. So, yeah, I'm not sure.
There's a very special way that you have to fold those flags. It's a very precise way you do it too. I've done it a couple of times, but it's been a long time since I've done it.
For a funeral, or
you can do it for a funeral, or just the way you're supposed to fold a.
Oh, everyone's supposed to fold it like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting the way he did it, and he would fold it and then take a couple steps and then fold it, and
right.
Then
it's more of a triangle kind of thing, fold one side and then
one
corner and the next corner.
They get to the end, and then the other guy would tuck it in, and it took like a minute to tuck it perfectly, and then they would sharpen all the corners and do these hand motions, and made me think I've got some really useless knowledge on my side, things that I do that I know about, but just the cool things that people in the military know about that I couldn't even begin to grasp, and all the formalities of like the funeral itself.
Have you ever seen any of those funerals that they perform at? Not perform, but I should say that they officiate over in Arlington Cemetery?
I have not.
Oh, if you ever get a chance to take a look at one of those, it is amazing because it's so precise in the way they carry themselves. It's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing the way they do these things.
Where is what's the guy who guards the unknown soldier? Where is that, D.C.?
That's in Washington, D.C., and I believe I think it may be at Arlington. Arlington Cemetery. They are there 24/7.
Rain and shine.
Rain or shine. It does not matter. That one person is still there.
Respect.
It is. It's respect, and you can't go up and go, "Hey, buddy, can you tell me where the restroom is?" Because they just don't do that. And they just kind of ignore you and kind of keep going on, and you can't phase them. I've seen people to go up and try to phase them, and they just don't phase. They keep doing their thing, and that's what they're there to do.
Well, he got buried at the Nebraska National Cemetery, Veterans Cemetery, a new place they built in the last few years, and just kind of a cool, kind of like the headstone styles of like Arlington, and just a kind of a neat place, I guess. I mean, not neat for what it is, but
right,
just a good place to pay your respects. But,
yeah, it is. It's a very quiet, very peaceful place.
Did that, but yeah, I got to see family I haven't seen in a while, family from all over the country, and that was nice. And
how was all that? How did all that go?
Good. Nothing crazy. But
nothing crazy? Was it kind of awkward or anything? Because last time I got together with my whole family, it just seemed like it was kind of awkward.
I mean, it just stinks because,
of course, I got a crazy family anyway. So.
We all have interesting people, but yeah, it wasn't weird. I mean, it's just sad that the last time we saw a lot of them was the last funeral. So,
well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just more so bad about giving condolences at funerals. I mean, I'm not good at not talking, but also not good at knowing what to say. So
yeah, what is your favorite? What's your phrase for when you go up to someone? What do you normally say to them?
This is so off the wall. What do you say at a funeral?
Well, I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying.
I just said, I'm very sorry, and I'm praying for you guys.
That's perfect. Can't get any better than that.
Thank you. I practiced.
Good for you.
But yeah, so it was nice seeing them. Hung out with my parents for a few days up there, and had fun.
Good.
We watched the Grammys.
The Grammys.
We try not to date ourselves by naming current events when we're recording well in advance, but we, this is the Thursday after the Grammys, so we're going to be 2 weeks behind. But anyway, watch that. My mom was big on it. She's big into, she knows her celebrities. That's kind of her.
I understand she's into a particular celebrity that very well known in Kansas City.
Yeah. Going to get to that, but she just, if you ever need, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire still a show? I don't think it is.
I'm not sure if it is on the tube or not.
But if there was ever a question about a celebrity on there, she would be my for sure
She
phone
go
friend.
to, huh?
She knows everything.
Phone a friend.
Wasn't he on the 3rd season of Monk? No. She was married to the second cousin of John Stamos.
How does she know all that stuff? Just out of
Just
curiosity.
practice.
Just practice.
She's just hip.
Just watching TV, huh?
Yeah, so she's good at that. She can just, yeah. Wow, she looks different. The last time I saw her was in this show. No, who's in that show? Actually, her brother's first grade teacher. So she can tell you all the facts you never wanted to know and the ones you did want to know.
That's great.
So that was
That's
fun.
great.
But yeah, she mostly wanted to watch for her favorite Taylor. Not me,
Mm-hmm.
but Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She knew she was going to be on there. And she heard that if she won an award, she was going to be giving some breaking news.
And
So she won an award. My mom may have teared up, which I can't tell you the last time she teared up for something that I did. But the real Taylor, she won
the time
her,
he got out of jail or something when she was happy.
she won her 13th Grammy, and she gave a speech, and she's releasing an album in April.
Oh.
So you're giving
So that's going to add to her, estimated net worth of $1.3 billion
just
to
a couple, yeah.
maybe $1.9 billion or something.
Yeah, I've seen that tweet or whatever going around saying Taylor's releasing a new album in the middle of a multi-year world tour, and I'd have a good day if I could put the laundry away and whatever, do the laundry and fold it in the same day. So
Well, personally, I think she is a sharp lady. You know, and she is just a brilliant mind when it comes to business and managing and all those kinds of things. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know my personal.
I bet that
Firsthand.
the words of John Ryan, his compliments mean more to her than any of those Grammys
I'm sure
ever
it
did.
does. I'm sure she is just kind of writing all of this down as we speak.
We'll have to make this into a reel and then tag her and see if she replies.
Well, yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
But yeah, she's big into the number 13, as you know.
I
It was her 13th
understand that.
Grammy.
Yeah.
And when she was walking down the red carpet, my mom paused the TV to see what she was wearing, to see if there were any hidden little messages in there.
There's hidden messages.
Well, she does that. She
Shit.
puts little Easter eggs out there. So
Uh-huh.
she paused, and she was wearing a necklace with a watch on it. And she said, "What time is the watch? What is that? What does this mean?" The color scheme matches that of Reputation, the album that she is currently working on her Taylor's version of.
Is this what you call a Swiftie?
She is a Swiftie.
Okay. All right.
She's going to see her in Indianapolis next year with my sister.
Ooh, that'd be fun. That's a mom and daughter
So
thing.
she also bought matching pajamas for Taylor Swift themed for that next year, or this year, I guess.
Oh, Jimmy, this is great.
So yeah, we're going to Disney, and she got Disney shirts that are kind of Taylor Swift themed.
Uh-huh.
Said "In My Princess Era." It's got all the different princesses on it.
Oh,
So yeah, she was enjoying it. We watched the whole thing, but it made me just realize how the world's just going downhill. And you can gauge it by the outfits they're wearing to these things.
I don't understand it. I mean, as a father of daughters, I would never let my daughters get out of the house looking like half the stuff that these people are wearing. Just
Imagine there's a few fathers in the crowd kind of
cringing.
shaking their heads.
Yeah,
Just the fishnets or the see-through things, and just who can show the most skin. What happened to being modest, John?
Well, now wait a minute. It's not too bad here, but yes, I agree with you. No, as a dad, I feel exactly the same.
Was Aubrey Hepburn? Is that
Audrey? Yeah.
Audrey?
Mm-hmm.
Was she was older than you, right?
Yeah, I think she's now passed on.
Well, she was older than you.
Yeah.
By a lot? Was that like one of the stars you looked up to growing up?
No, she was. I think she was a big star in the 40s.
So a little before you.
1940s. Yeah, it was before me.
So anyway, but people like that, they'd show up to the red carpet and look nice and classy and cover everything.
Mm-hmm.
People these days, they'll put temporary tattoos on their face of some brand, and then they'll, I don't know, shave their head all funky and put different hair color in. And
Does this also apply to the guys, or is it just mostly the female artists that?
Well, some were kind of sloppy. There were a couple random guys wearing T-shirts, and you'd think you would want to take the opportunity to look nice and dress up.
See, that's what I don't get. I don't get. When you go to something like that, you always dress. And you dress up. You don't dress like some guy that just got out of the car wash, you know.
Look, me, I'm the
No.
car wash guy, and you're
No, I'm not. I'm
you're on
not
the red
dressed
carpet.
up. No,
You're dressed up.
I am not dressed.
You're wearing a
You are
button-down
just-
shirt and a
so
sweater.
What? Yeah.
That's dressed up. You can
No,
do what
it's
you
not.
want.
No, it's not dressed up. It's a suit coat, starched shirt with a tie.
That
Appropriate tie.
what for the Grammys?
No, that would be more of a tuxedo type
You're saying
affair.
a starched all that and a suit coat would be dressed up?
Yeah, for me it'd be dressed up.
I'm saying for a Thursday night podcast recording, you are dressed up.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to start wearing a tie then, if that's the case.
Just make me look even worse.
No.
That John, he's got the most just nice voice. He dresses so nice, and his co-host Taylor just looks like a bum. He sounds like he just woke up, and he looks like
Looks like he just crawled out of bed. I mean, you know.
he's just slovenly. Ooh, that's a word you taught me.
I taught you that word?
Yeah. We'll get into our boomer and millennial words of the week later,
Okay.
but you taught me slovenly.
Uh-huh.
You're looking slovenly.
And what did you think of that?
I-
Apparently you're using the word, so
Once I learned what it was, I did not care for being called slovenly.
okay. But were you?
I looked less nice than you. I was following our dress code at work.
Slovenly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you also taught me the word debauchery.
Debauchery? Okay. I didn't know that. I don't know any of this. This is interesting.
So learned all about it. I'm causing debauchery in my slovenly outfit.
Okay.
But anyway, people on the red carpet just did not look great. A lot of them. Some dressed nice, had their suits and ties and I guess tuxedos. Other ones wore tennis shoes and baseball caps and T-shirts, and you think they would be embarrassed by that?
Yeah, but this isn't the Oscars either. This is kind of the Grammys have always been known for their kind of freestyle as far as the attire is concerned.
I don't know.
So I don't particularly care for it in a lot of cases, like you apparently. But still, it is what it is.
I just miss people had class,
Class, real class.
Miley Cyrus got up there.
Humphrey Bogart. Do you ever watch any Humphrey Bogart?
Oh
movies?
yeah, along with
Always had
Audrey Hepburn.
Always had just a perfect tie and sport coat or suit. He just always looked great.
You know what he would not do? He was famous for not doing.
What's that?
He would not Bogart that joint, my friend.
Yeah, we talked about this last week, didn't we?
Yeah. But Miley Cyrus got up there. She won an award, and she said, "Oops, gotta go. I forgot I wasn't wearing underwear," and then ran off. Like, that's not cute.
What was that all about?
Billy Ray's got to be so just, I don't know. She was trying to be funny and just,
Isn't she Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter?
yeah, that's why I said Billy Ray would be probably shaking her
I don't
head.
know. I'd ground her for sure.
Yeah.
Even though
So-
she is 28 or 29, it doesn't matter. Go to your
Embarrassing.
room, young lady.
Embarrassing.
You're embarrassing.
it was-
Embarrassing the family.
If it was your daughter, you'd say, go back up to your room and come back down with something different on.
Yeah, that's happened a couple times.
Where's the rest of the outfit?
Exactly right.
I think you got the wrong size.
Or they would just hit the top of the stairs and I'd just kind of look up and go, no. And then turn around and walk away.
You'd have your
Stomp
shotgun.
their foot and go, Dad. And then turn around. and
All
walk
the girls
away.
are wearing this. It's going to cover your shin, at least. You'd pump your shotgun.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I would.
Well, so that was fun. We watched that.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't watch much of that. I just kind of saw the beginning of it and then we kind of moved on to something else.
why did you not watch it? You just weren't into it?
Just weren't kind of into it. Just wasn't tripping my trigger on that. And the lovely Mrs. Weiner wanted to see something else. So we
Well,
watched something else.
You missed out.
Yep.
Were you a big fan of Fast Car by Tracy Chapman?
Yeah, you know what? I am a big fan of Tracy Chapman.
It's the only song of hers I know, but she was kind of silent for the last ever. and country singer Luke Combs covered one of her songs, and they sang it together. And I thought it was cool.
I understand they did a great job on that.
It was really good. Some people were upset that he remade it, and it was like stealing her thunder or something. But then I was saying she wouldn't be talked about at all for the last whatever unless he remade that song. Like, she was kind of forgotten about.
Did you ever forget, or did they ever give you the history of where she's been the last 10 years or anything like that?
They did not.
Any insight? Okay.
But they did a good job. But yeah, I was thinking too, she probably made more money just from him remaking it and people going to find her song than when it first came out, I bet. I bet more people are buying it on streaming things.
Could be.
And yeah, so we watched that and came back this week, and it's been busy at work, catching up.
Yep.
Now we've got 3 dogs in the house.
3 dogs. One of them looks like it's dead here, but he's not.
He's breathing.
Janelle being the president of the company, so
Janelle could be home any moment, so you'll probably hear the dogs barking when she pulls in.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. People understand that.
Be a nice background soundtrack.
Yep.
So yeah, do you want to go into our what's trending?
What's trending?
So weekend before last, I'll start. Janelle said she wanted to play Scrabble, and we got 2 words in, and she said, "This is stupid. I don't like this game." So we stuck through it.
Welcome to marriage 101.
I won't say who won, but we stuck through it.
Yeah.
And then she decided she wanted to start practicing, so she downloaded Words with Friends. So we're playing on there now. And
how's that going?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It gives you a chance to just guess words until it won't let you play a word unless it's real. And you just keep going until you find a word that's real and you'll play it. So you learn that ZA is a word, za.
Za?
Because Z is 10 points and Q is 10 points. You can play QI.
We.
Yes.
I got this.
So, been playing that, been playing against strangers. And that's been trending for us.
Good.
And the other one that you said that you also shared with me, I didn't know that you were watching this, but I've been watching a lot of Suits on Netflix.
Oh, that's a great, great series, isn't it?
Yeah. What made you start watching it?
We were at my daughter's, Kathleen's house, last weekend. And we were talking about Netflix and some of the things we've watched on Netflix and future things and this, that, and the other. And she goes, "Oh, Dad, you've got to watch Suits." She goes, "It's so good. It's just right up your alley. It's the kind of thing that you would just absolutely love." And sure enough, we came home, started watching it. And generally, when we get on these new programs like that, especially ones that are a series, I mean, we just binge watch the hell out of those things to a point where, you're just bloody-eyed and just can't sleep. You're just, 4 o'clock in the morning and you're still watching them, that kind of thing. So we've set some limits on watching Suits. So now we watch 3 a night.
3?
3.
What's your limit?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, it just depends. It's just like more of a, we don't want to pass 10:30 or...
So it's a guideline, not a limit.
Guidelines, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you think of
I like it.
See, I do too.
My sister's a lawyer, and I texted her and I said, I think I want to be what's it called? What is Meghan Markle's character? What does she do? She's
she is the paralegal.
Paralegal. I told her I want to be a paralegal. She said, "You should do it." And then I said, "Do you have to go to law school?" She said, "No." But
what is the qualifications for a paralegal? Do you know?
You have to have a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
And I said, they make it look fun on the show, but I bet it's 99% planning,
research,
events, printing papers, and the other 1% is getting to do research and fun detective work. She said that's exactly right. It's a lot of printing, and yeah. But they really glamorized the job in the show a little bit. So yeah, I watched it Tuesday night. We started, and then Wednesday at work I had to show up at 6:30. In the show, the main character, he shows up not early, and they tell him, "You're never going to get anywhere if you don't start showing up way before everyone else." And I felt like a real Suits character getting there early.
How were you dressed?
None of your business. Slovenly.
Okay.
I was dressed just fine.
Were you okay? All right. You weren't dressed in a $12,000 suit, were you?
I was not.
Okay.
I was not dressed like Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
I was dressed more like Michael. His name?
Michael.
And even then, I was not wearing a suit. I was wearing
Yeah.
a polo. So
It
Big
is
into that one.
interesting. You can see the stark contrast between the two as far as their clothing is concerned. Michael is definitely the off the rack kind of guy at some sale product, or and his boss is a $12,000 suit, custom made kind of guy.
I could tell you would like that. You would like
Yeah,
the
you know
fashion
what?
of the show.
I've always kind of wanted a custom made suit for some reason. I've tried one on one time, and it felt like a sweater. It was just perfect in every detail, And I always thought, man, I'd love to hope I could become rich enough to afford one of these. Well, I haven't. So
Now you're retired.
now I'm retired. I'm going to go to my grave wanting a custom made suit, but that ain't going to happen.
Well, maybe if you play your cards right, you'll be buried in a nice one. We'll get sponsored, and we can coordinate our outfits for when we get buried.
Oh no, they're gonna. There's going to be some shenanigans at my funeral. I can tell you that right now.
Such as?
Oh, they'll probably bury me with my zipper down. That kind of thing.
Like you did for family photos?
Yeah, it's good for family. See the whole family standing in front of the casket with its zipper down.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I don't care for 3-piece suits. It's not my cup of tea. Do you like those?
Those are more indicative of the. I've had 3-piece suits before, and they are kind of supposed to be the ultimate of formal.
I don't think it
as
looks
far
great.
as suits.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan. Looks kind of butlery to me.
Yeah, they can be.
I don't care for the pinstripe suits either so much.
You don't?
Looks kind of pimpish.
Really?
Mafia-ish. Ooh, want to know something fun?
Yeah, what?
There's I talked about this with my parents this weekend. There's a new trend going on. Girls dress in kind of, I don't know. I never really heard of it being called a certain name. I'm not sure what the last trend was, just being minimalistic, if that's the word. There's a new trend called mob wife aesthetic.
What?
And girls just wear giant fur coats and they look ridiculous. Minimalistic.
Is that all they're wearing?
They're wearing other things, John.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know these things. I'm kind of the old guy here. I don't.
So they'll wear just big old necklaces and big fur coats, fur hats, and just kind of some glasses that look goofy. I gotta find a good version of it. And it just looks silly, and it seems expensive, but it seems like something Jimmy Hoffa's wife would wear. All right, here you go. Here's this girl showing you what she's wearing for her trip to Aspen.
Wow.
She looks like a Russian. There's her fur coat with these long boots. These ugly earmuffs. So
that costs just so much money.
Yeah, here she is with her skiing outfit. She went on this trip for like a week and skied one day and got the outfit just for the picture and scooted out of there.
I know the lovely Mrs. Ryan would never go for anything like that.
No.
Would you know?
Oh, absolutely not.
I wouldn't think so either.
But it's just as funny because things are all for pictures these days. People wouldn't dress that way if they weren't going to go take a picture and put it on Instagram and then change out of the outfit. So I know girls just buy things from online and then they'll return it if the return policy allows right away. Just for they'll do these unboxing videos where they'll get their haul for the day and then they'll unbox it all and show you what they got, but then they'll return it because they can't afford it and they just want content.
Wow.
It's a sad world we live in.
It is. It's very sad.
Just imagining the things that you would do differently if you did it all for Instagram.
I don't know how much I would do for Instagram. I mean, the only thing I'd probably do for Instagram is maybe the podcast. Other than that, I'm okay.
Even then, you don't post anything
Even then,
about
I
it.
don't post anything. We have the technical people at the TBB studios who do that. Speaking of which, you know what we need?
What do we need?
We need an intern.
We can't afford an intern, John.
You don't pay intern, Taylor. Here's the great thing about these things.
Well, I got
Okay.
paid before.
An intern is someone that's very naive, someone that is very young,
Okay.
someone that we can promise a lot of stuff to and not keep our promises to, and they'll do all of our stuff for us. You know, they'll go to the laundry and pick up my shirts. You know, they'll wash your car. They'll do all these wonderful things, and then you can berate them if you wanted to. You know, just kind of be mean to them, kick them like a dog or something, and that sort of thing. It'd be kind of fun to have an intern that could handle all the TBB demands of this studio.
Well, you worded it so nicely. I think we're going to have a lot of emails in our inbox.
Well, let's take a look. We'll keep an eye on that and see if there's any interns that are
Sir,
going to be available.
please do not trip on cords.
Yeah, at least we're not knocking down light fixtures here or any of that kind of stuff. Just yet, anyway.
He's probably going to sit on that power cord. That'll be no good. So anyway, there's this guy on TikTok.
Yeah.
And he's known for doing these Target runs now where he just videos himself going to Target.
That's
and
it.
He's been caught just returning or not even returning, just putting the stuff away and not actually buying it. So just want your thoughts on this. I just want to see if you could imagine yourself going to Target to get your Starbucks coffee and recording yourself. I think you should do that next time. So here's this guy going to Target.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that. No problem at all with that one.
But he's got a tripod where he sets up his camera on.
Oh, really?
He's going to show you everything he bought.
And that's it. That's all he does.
He's going to make dinner.
And
So I think you should start doing that.
how can you make money on that?
Well, he just has a lot of followers now. People like to watch those videos for some reason.
Okay.
And then once he gets enough followers, then people start paying him to post videos. And
Hi, bud.
he's so needy.
How are you?
So anyway, we should get you to do one of those videos.
I might do that sometime.
Go into Men's Warehouse or Brooks Brothers and set up the
We
tripod.
could do Brooks Brothers. We could do that.
All right. See if we can do that for some more content.
Okay.
All right. We're going to go on to our next segment.
Ooh, what is the next segment, Taylor?
Snagged.
Snagged.
What did you snagged on this week, John? What is your peeve of the week?
Oh, man. I haven't thought too much about this. What's your peeve of the week? Tell me about yours.
It's in the notes. Yours is there.
Oh, it is? Oh, here it goes. Oh, it happened tonight. That's what it is. Tonight. Yeah, we went to dinner before we had came over and started working on the podcast. We went to dinner close to the TBB studios here at the wonderful little bar and grill. It's kind of a local joint. And in comes this guy walking in, and he's holding a 49 helmet. 49ers helmet above his head. And he just starts walking through the place.
He was making noises too.
Was he?
Egging the crowd on.
Was he? Well, finally, all the ones at the bar just kind of went nuts on him and did the big boo thing and started giving him hand gestures and things like that.
He walked out in a stretcher.
No, I don't think he walked out in the dress. I think, people were more cognizant of that, but, they certainly did not want him there, and I didn't want him there either. It's kind of a distraction. Because we were having a business/dinner.
Sure. Did you expense it?
I did. I'm going to expense it.
Cool.
That's what I need. That's what I need the intern for.
You get a company card.
We do need a company. We'll get a company card and we'll eventually get our company cars and stuff like that.
Speaking of distraction, Otis decided to bring out his star toy that's filled with sun chip wrappers, the world's loudest paper on the inside.
Oh, that's okay.
So you'll have that for some background mood setting
That'd
noise.
be great.
You're just flinging it everywhere. My
What's your snag?
snagged
Yeah.
is very particular.
Uh-oh.
You'll have to let me know if you've ever encountered this, but
Probably have.
it's when you're at an event and
What kind of event? Is it
I
a
don't
big
know.
public event or what?
It's usually in public, but also there's people there that you probably know, and you go to the bathroom, and when they don't have urinals or those are full, and you have to go number one in a stall, or if it's just someone's house in their bathroom, and the person before you decided to pee on the seat and not clean it up, but
Oh, that's the worst.
and then you've got to go in there. You're also going to go number one, but there's someone you know coming in the bathroom after you.
Yeah.
So if you're at someone's house, or if you know there's someone in line that's waiting,
Yeah. Then you
so
gotta
you got to
it.
clean it because
Yep.
you can't have them think that you were the one who
Yep.
peed on the seat,
Yeah.
or you get called Pee Seat Taylor for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and you don't want that.
Tinkle Seat Tay.
Tinkle tay tay.
So I'm still working to get past that one, but
Well, you're
So-
doing a pretty good job.
I shall overcome. But yeah, that's my pet peeve.
Well, I don't blame you. That's a good pet peeve.
There's
That's
nothing
a
more-
very good pet peeve.
Nothing more humbling than cleaning another man's pee.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll remember that next time you leave my house.
Oh, come on. I never peed on your seat.
No,
So that's my
it
peeve.
doesn't hit the seat. It generally hits the floor. But, that's
I'm usually writing my name on the wall.
Yep. You're pretty good at signing your name.
I don't know if we discussed this, but the kids these days won't be able to do that because they're not learning cursive. So they're going to be writing in all caps on the walls.
But I heard something recently that they're thinking about going back to cursive.
I don't think it's really needed, to be honest.
You don't?
Besides, I mean, this sounds bad, but like only people I know who write in cursive are older. So I think once that generation is gone and they're no longer writing in cursive, you don't need to read in cursive because no one's writing in cursive anymore, the younger generations. So
I understand that it has something to do with the brain. And when you learn how to do both, as far as writing is concerned, it has some effect on the brain and how you learn and that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So,
well, it's one of those things that I probably could have used the time. I don't know what grade I was in, second grade and fourth grade when I learned, but I probably could have learned something that I use every day now instead. Or
I don't know. You got pretty good handwriting now. I don't. I have horrible handwriting.
I have decent handwriting because I wanted to be an architect, and I used to write in all caps because we learned to do so in our an architecture class in high school.
Mhm.
So I always just kept practicing that, and so all my my handwritten notes look like I'm yelling in all caps. So
Were you screaming at people again?
just to myself.
Okay.
But
just at the people upstairs.
the only thing you need a signature for, or to learn cursive for, is for your signature because you got to have that in cursive. But otherwise, I don't know
Then
that you
why-
really need to learn it.
Yeah.
I saw something else, a meme about. Good thing I learned all about geometry in high school because it comes in handy during Pythagorean theorem season. Like if I didn't learn taxes, but I learned the Pythagorean theorem, and
Really? How's that working for you? What's it helped you with?
nothing. That's kind of the point. Is that there's a lot of
Okay.
things we learned that we just thought you had to learn it, but we didn't learn a lot of life
Does it
skills.
keep you does it hopefully keep you out of tax jail when the time comes?
Yeah.
It does?
No.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see how schools change in the next couple years. What's being taught?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole educational system just needs a revamp completely from top to bottom. Because we're doing things now that I have no idea why they're doing them. There's courses and classes that have been cut that I don't know why. You
What
know,
would you do differently if you had to revamp school, John?
I'd probably kind of go back to the basic kind of things, the reading, writing, arithmetic kind of thing. So you have math as a fundamental, and reading, especially reading, because, I know a lot of people that are not my age, but somewhat younger that never really learned how to read effectively. And, it's just, they've missed out on so much. But I'm kind of the same way when it comes to math and that kind of. I'm not very good at math.
No.
Never
Yeah, when we talked
have.
about that 21 gun salute, you had a little trouble with the...
Yeah, I had a little trouble with the 3 times 3 and
Carry the one,
3 times
please.
3 times 3 times
the-
3, so
You're gonna-
yeah. Then
It's the
square rooted,
bullets.
and then
And
the
then
minus
you're
and
gonna
the
wanna-
VX equals, and
then A squared
Yeah.
plus B. There were 24 guns.
yeah,
Well, you did. I could see the
744.
wheels turning up there. You did good.
And we were trying anyway. Got to give it a try.
We figured it out
What
together.
would you do different?
I would bring back dodgeball.
Really?
I think.
I hated dodgeball
You
when I was in
did?
grade school. Oh,
grade school?
God.
Did
Oh,
you ever
yeah.
have those the little they were I think they were meant for putting trash cans on top of them, and you could wheel them around. They had 4 wheels in the bottom, but we would use them in gym, and we would go across the cafeteria floor with these like, I don't know, they're like little cart things. I'll find you a picture. But it never failed that every time I would roll over my finger with one while I was on it.
How would you roll over your finger with one? What, are you on the ground or what? Apparently.
Yeah. Trash can, cart.
Well, my dodgeball story is there was one guy in our grade school. This guy had the most wicked arm you could ever imagine, and he could hit anything. He was just so accurate with his great big ball. And when that thing hit you, it's just like, oh my God, call the paramedics. I mean, it was just knock the wind out of you, and you'd be laying there on the ground, and you'd just be gasping for air.
And you were the one that got hit?
No, I didn't do it. I'm the one that got.
But you got hit?
Oh yeah, I was recipient of all that.
Poor guy.
But so was everybody else in my grade. From this one kid.
He was a man-child.
He was a man-child. I think in 3rd grade he was using Gillette extra sensors, so
He had a deep voice when he was
deep voice,
7.
and drove his own car, smoked Marlboros.
Changed his own diapers. Yeah, I used to had a good arm, so I loved dodgeball.
Okay.
But there were always the kids who would they made them play, but they would be ganged up in the corner, just kind of huddled. Like,
oh yeah.
I felt bad for them. But you probably played back in the day before they got all woke in school. You probably played with the good dodgeballs that kind of, when you hit them, they'd go sing.
Yeah, they were the big ones.
They were rubber though, and they had the little
all
texture
rubber.
too.
Yeah.
We played with the soft, cushy ones. Yeah, yours would sting. That would hurt some skin if you got hit with that.
Well, it hurts your whole body.
Break some glasses. Well, anyway, this is the card that I was talking about. Remember those? Did you ever use those?
Never used those. We've never used those.
Well, there was a spot for your handle, or put your hands on the handles, and never failed that I would accidentally put my finger in front and roll over it.
Yikes.
So, not the smartest little fella.
Well, do you have any break on fingers?
No.
Okay.
Did you guys ever use do you have one of those rainbow parachutes that you... Yeah.
No, we just used the kind of the real old stuff, original hardwood baseball bats, and
you didn't
we'd chase your kid buddies around with those, and
you didn't have the rainbow parachutes. You were jumping. You were in the Army when I was in grade school, and you were jumping out of airplanes with parachutes. These, you would count down and lift it up and have the air. Then you would
never had
sit
that.
inside of it, and
No,
well, that's too bad.
no.
This is part of the fun of the podcast is just the age difference.
So what would you do different?
That was all. Just play more dodgeball. What were
It's more dodgeball.
Less numbers, smaller word,
Yeah, smaller words.
longer
just
lunch, and dodgeball.
no more writing.
I think kids should run school and
Yes, be kind to one another.
snack packs for every meal.
Yeah. Snack pack.
Learn good,
Learn
school
good.
short, summer forever.
Get there at 9 and off at noon after lunch.
What were your favorite recess activities? What did you guys do?
Just kind of that. Just kind of hung around the.
Bum cigarettes off each other?
But yeah, bum cigarettes, and you always had to be on your best behavior because I went to a
you were
parochial.
Catholic school.
You went to a Catholic school, parochial school.
They had like rulers and they would smack their hands with them
Oh
while you were
God,
playing.
did they ever? I mean, my hands still to this day, I have so much arthritis in my hand, especially my thumb, my one thumb now.
It was all from Sister Catherine.
Well, Sister Mary, God have mercy, is who it was, and she would come along and
Oh, hello.
no matter what, if you looked at her the wrong way.
We're not doing that. You're going to sit down and you're going to be quiet.
No,
Go down.
He's not gonna.
He's crying.
He's not gonna do that.
Go.
Oh, he's talking. You want to be on the podcast, Otis? Good boy.
Your grandfather's going to be so upset when he watches this episode. Otis.
Otis.
What's the big idea?
Hey, what's the deal here, buddy? Come on now. What is
Probably
this?
tattling on our visitors.
Yeah, I know. You tattling on your visitors?
They ate my food.
Yeah, they ate your food?
They ate your food?
Did they? Huh? They better not. All right, bud. Go lay down. You going to go lay down? Go lay down.
All right. See you, bud.
Good boy.
Tied him over a bit. All right. Well,
All
we
right.
can move on from that. Speaking of learning, all right. It's time to party.
You're going to get him started, and we're going to have another accident. Oh, we got a lot. You got to love him. Just got to love him.
This is a recurring segment.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get to speak a little louder. Speaking of learning, how about it's time for our Boomer and Millennial Word of the Week?
Boomer and Millennial Word of the Week.
I've been going first on all these things, so I'll let you do yours first. That's the game. That's
I know it's the game. So you go ahead. No, I'm. What is your word of the week?
my word of the week is I got a few here. I'll choose sus.
Sus.
S-U-S.
Sus.
You can do it.
I can do it. I'm thinking. I'm kind of going in 100 different directions here.
By the way, I got my word
Sus.
from OprahDaily.com.
Oprah.
Yeah, she has a site, and apparently they list millennial words on it.
No kidding. That's interesting.
I forget what the kids used to say back in the day, and I had to do some research.
Okay.
So sus, S-U-S.
I have no idea how to even use that in a sentence.
Bro, you're being so sus.
Ooh. Has somewhat of a negative connotation to
Yeah, it's
it.
not
I
a
think.
good thing.
It is?
It's
No,
not.
I didn't think so. So it would be you're being a real jerk kind of guy.
Not really.
Oh. You're being a real kind of punk.
No.
All right, I give up. What is it?
It's short for something, if that helps. Sus.
I don't know.
Suspicious.
Suspicious.
Well, John, it wouldn't be an episode if we didn't have some technical difficulties.
Oh, we always have to have those, Taylor. It's part of the game.
What'd you just call me?
Part of it.
Taylor.
Taylor.
This is why we need an intern, honestly.
I can't agree with you more.
We talked for about 5 minutes and realized that I forgot to plug in the camera and it died. So
Well, that's okay.
now we're back.
That's okay. We're fine.
And we missed your word of the week.
My word of the week.
And we're going to pretend like I don't know what it means now. So we'll do a reenactment right here.
Okay. Well, let's see. What was your word of the week?
My word was sus. I mean, someone who's suspicious.
Ooh, that's correct. Yeah.
And I said, you're being sus. And then I said, it would kind of be like if, an example, if I said, John, what'd you do this weekend? And he said, oh, I stayed home. I didn't do much. And then I would see the back of your car. You had all your fishing gear. And I would say, John, that's pretty sus. You're being sus. You're being suspicious. It's not a good thing.
And I would just get in the car and peel my tires out and drive away.
You're being extra sus.
Extra sus.
You're
That's
salty
great.
and sus.
That's great. That is good work. I kind of like that.
Thank you.
Abbreviated.
What was your word, John?
Well, it's not really a word. It's actually 2 words, but it's an old boomer
phrase.
saying, and it's called chrome dome.
Okay, so then this is where I reenact. I know what it means.
Uh-huh.
I said, oh, so like last time you mentioned the fuzz being police.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be someone of authority, like someone with a chrome dome? They're like an official of some sort.
No.
Oh, like someone from Great Britain.
Possibly. Possibly. I think there are a lot of chrome domes in Great Britain, though.
And then I said something like, interesting. Is it someone who plays a sport? And you said, no. I said, can I get a hint? And you said, what'd you say?
What did I say? I can't remember what I said.
You said something like,
It's starting to sound like Biden.
you said something like, someone who wears a helmet. And you said, no.
No, it did nothing to do with helmets.
It's on the head.
But it does have to do, it does have to do with your head.
I think finally you said, you're one. And I said, oh, bald? And you said, yeah. And I said, that's sad.
Yeah. I really didn't want to tell you. I was hoping you would look it up. You would Google it.
So that was sad.
Yeah. But that was only used back then. It's not used today.
We had some funny banter at the moment, but it's lost forever.
Yep.
Because of my
Well, due to the technical
forgetful.
difficulties, that's okay.
So, and then I said something like, "Oh, when I was at my uncle's funeral, I did notice that there was a lot of nice hair in my family, and just not me." And then I said that my brother-in-law Brandon texted the family the other day and said he went to get a haircut, and the lady said that he had great hair follicles and just a full head of hair.
Really?
He listens to the podcast too.
Does he?
So Brandon, I hope you have a life full of hair follicles and happiness. Just
Why is it that you have
the chrome dome?
why is it that you have the baldness?
Why do I have the baldness?
Yes. There's a reason for that, I believe, and I'm sorry I may even brought it up, but
because God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
Okay.
That's what my mommy said. Mom says.
Mom said you were special, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you are. Truly,
I've
you
been
are.
bald since I was a child. Well, the fun fact, I don't know if we ever discussed this before on the podcast.
What's up?
In college, I used to cut my own hair, but it was probably like year length back then. And then one day, I forgot to put the guard on the razor, and I shaved halfway up my head. And I already been kind of receding, trying to think about if I wanted to cut my hair or not, shave it. My mom said, no, your sister's sister's wedding is in a week. Do not shave your head. And I said, okay, I won't. And I don't think it was a week at that point, but she just said, please don't shave your head. And then the week before my sister's wedding, I accidentally shaved halfway up my head and showed up at the wedding with the shaved head.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, I told you not to do that. But it's better now because I look more like me in the pictures from the wedding.
Well, it's very acceptable nowadays. I don't know why.
Acceptable?
Well, I mean, it's stylish. It's not.
Well, like a Salem witch or something.
No, I know, but I'm
They used to
just
think that your
hoping
soul was leaving your head, which is why all the hair was gone. Acceptable.
What I meant by that is,
if you had a bum leg, it used to not be as acceptable.
yeah, it'd make it tough walking around. But anyway, no, I bald people today are
They're part of society.
just part of the society and just all part of it.
They're
you know?
allowed into the world.
Sure.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm accepted and loved.
Yeah.
And I compensate with this beard of mine.
I am too.
I had the beard. You what?
I'm glad you're acceptable and loved as well,
Not by you.
Mr. Beard.
No one loves me. I had the beard before I ever shaved my head, so I'm not compensating. The beard came first.
I don't know that.
I'll show you pictures of my
No,
beard.
that's okay.
I did a no-shave November one time in my sophomore year, and it stayed ever since.
Okay.
So I've had my beard since I was 19 years old. So I've had my beard for 13 out of my 33 years of my life.
Yeah, your beard looks good. I like the way you have your beard.
Thank you.
I
one
can't
nice thing
do
you
a
said
beard.
so far.
Mine would turn into Mr. Santa Claus real quick.
Why? Why couldn't you just keep it trimmed shorter?
I could. I grew a beard once. I think it's been, I don't know, back in my 20s, late 20s or something, and it came in real thick. you
Oh,
know.
what a bad problem to have.
Yeah, it is tough.
You should do a mustache.
No, because it's going to come in. It's going to come in real thick.
That's
And
good.
it's going to come in gray.
Oh,
So
you want to come in blonde? What do you think is going to come in? Just do it. You should just try it. Just
Why?
It would look good. You would look good with the mustache.
Oh no, I wouldn't.
Okay. What would it take from our listeners to get you to get a mustache?
Probably quite a bit.
If they were,
They'd have to sponsor an intern.
what if our listeners donated like $200 to like prostate cancer research?
Well, that'd be very generous of them to do that, and I would be very appreciative if they
Enough
did do
that you would grow a mustache?
I don't know. We'll see.
We should do a challenge. John
A
will grow,
challenge?
John will grow a mustache if we can get $200 in donations for prostate cancer awareness
Okay.
research. Will you do that? This is fun.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
It sounds like a great idea, and then Mary Alice is going to put a...
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Mrs. Ryan.
The lovely Mrs. Ryan will put a kibosh on that.
We'll see.
Look, you don't need to do that.
It's for the kids, or not the kids.
That's what I heard my brother say one time. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we just caught up on our updates for what was happening while the camera was turned off. So
That's pretty much it.
I said the last segment of the week. It's a new one. Bought this game a couple weeks ago. It just came in the mail this past week, and it's very on brand. It is Boomers versus Millennials.
Yay!
So we have these cards, and they're going to have a question. I have the Boomer cards. John has the Millennial cards.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to ask me questions that relate to his Boomer upbringing.
Yep.
And I will ask him questions that relate to my Millennial upbringing.
Okay, I pick 5.
Just 5.
Just 5.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
All right. You go first.
I'm going to go first. Ooh. What stickers were popular among hippies and often stuck on Volkswagens?
Were they the smile ones? Smileys. Or tie-dye?
Nope, the answer is Ricky Ticky stickers. The colorful, reusable plastic flower decals.
Stupid game.
You're right, it is.
Take that back.
All right.
All right. 0 for 1. This is too easy because you lived through my era, so you should know these. I didn't live through yours. John, who lives on a pineapple under the sea?
What?
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I don't know.
You don't know this
I
one?
don't know that one, no.
Cartoon?
I know it's a cartoon, but or some animated thing. I'm not sure what the cartoon is, but
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I know.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, not SpongeBob. That's right.
All right. 0
Stupid,
for 2.
silly me.
Stupid.
They're just stupid, Ed. What made Sharon Tate even more famous than her role in Valley of the Dolls?
My gosh, I've never heard of any of these people or things. What made her more famous?
Mhm.
What made her, say it again?
What made Sharon Tate even more famous than her role in Valley of the Dolls?
I bet she was in a rollover car accident, and she escaped unscathed.
Very good guess. It was her murder.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Along with 4 others by the Manson family. Charlie Manson is the one that killed Sharon Tate.
Oh, that's dark.
It is dark. Where'd you get this game?
Well, that was a half point.
Okay. I'll take a half.
All right.
Next.
What is the name of the popular spinning toy made of a ball bearing with 2 to 3 lobes coated in plastic?
Oh, I know this, but I can't think of it right
I'm
off.
sure your grandkids had them all around
Oh,
the house.
I'm sure they did.
It wasn't really
sure-
millennial, though. It was more... This is more within the past 8 years.
And I can't think of it. I know what they are because I had to buy it for just about all of them.
Second word is spinner.
Give it to me. Let me have it.
Fidget spinner.
A what?
A fidget spinner.
Fidget spinner. Fidget.
We're not very good
I'll
at
remember
this.
this, huh?
We're not very good at this.
Well, that's all right. It's still fun to talk about these things.
Murders and...
Yeah, murders and stuff like that. Ooh. Who was known as America's oldest teenager?
Gosh. America's oldest teenager. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
He
grew up in Philadelphia.
Rocky Balboa.
Nope.
I don't know why that makes sense, but
He had a chain of
okay, no.
restaurants.
Oh wait, I was gonna say Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Nope.
He grew up in West Philadelphia, born and raised. On a playground is where he spent most of his days. Chain of restaurants. I'm gonna say
There's still one in Branson, Missouri.
Dolly Parton.
Nope.
TGI, Mr. TGI Friday.
Nope. Good try.
It's in Branson?
Yeah, we'd drive right, but we'd actually take a left going down to the stream before you off of 56.
Ripley's, believe it or not.
No,
That's a thing down there.
I know.
Can you get one more hint?
He hosted a show called American Bandstand.
Dick Clark.
Dick Clark. You
He's got
got
a
it. Ding, ding,
restaurant?
ding, ding. Yeah. Dick Clark Restaurant down there.
Where's that?
It's on 56. You know, as we come into town and we take a left to drive down to the stream.
We've never been.
It's right on the corner there.
Ooh. Hope you get this one. What does IMHO mean? It's an abbreviation. You'd send it in like a text. IMHO.
I have no idea.
In my humble opinion.
In my humble opinion. I like that.
We're not going to stop till we get one right.
Well, you got one right.
Not really. It's a half.
Yeah, you did. No, I limped along, helped you along with this one. Ooh. If your mood ring turned black, what did it mean?
You were a chrome dome.
No, not quite.
It meant you were in a bad mood. You were upset. You lost pulse. You should probably go to the closest emergency room.
I like this. This is a great response to this. Mood rings were designed to change color based on your mood. If your mood ring turned green, that meant that you were calm. But if it turned black, it probably meant your ring was damaged and unresponsive.
Oh.
So, trick question.
Great. Who was known for whipping her hair back and forth? This is It's a song. The girl says, "I whip my hair back and forth."
Oh no,
You're not gonna get this one.
I'm not going to get this one.
It's Willow Smith. She goes by Willow. I think it's
Willow?
Will Smith's daughter.
Really
Yeah.
good band, Aerosmith. I like it.
Huh? Aerosmith?
What band is known for its iconic TONGUE Tango logo? Oh,
That's the whole question.
what band is known for its iconic TONGUE
Tongue?
tongue logo?
Rolling Stones?
The Rolling. You got it. Good job.
Okay.
Listen to you.
You said I'm not good at numbers, and you said
You're
Tongue.
knocking these things down.
TONGUE. Tongo logo. That's fine. All right.
Give me an easy one here.
This is stupid.
Okay.
What is youth-splaining?
What?
What is youth-splaining?
Youth? UTHE?
Yeah, I'll give you a different one. This is stupid. It said it's the offspring to mansplaining. Do you know what mansplaining is?
No.
It's when a guy is talking to a girl and he talks to her in a way that he thinks she doesn't understand what he's saying. He's going to mansplain it. It's just kind of a sexist thing. I'll give you another one. What is a meme? M-E-M-E. What is a meme?
Isn't that one of those little figures that you see on your a meme
Oh, see on your what?
that you see on your iPhone? I see on my iPhone. Put them on the iPhone.
It's close. I mean,
It's a little character kind of thing. I don't know how to describe them, but
not so much.
okay. What's the
this is
definition?
more of a picture with like a caption that pokes fun at something. They are viral on the internet.
Okay.
That was kind of dumb too.
No, it wasn't. I like these questions. They're kind of good questions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
Okay. Where did Elaine Robinson go to college?
Oh. Is she know Mrs. Robinson from the movie? Or is that a show with like...
You're getting good. You're getting good at this stuff.
Is that from, not Sean Penn, Hoffman. What's the actor's name? Was this from a movie?
Well, it's a person, but she was not in the movie.
Oh, well, I'm not getting good. I had literally just said Mrs. Robinson.
Well,
That's her name because she's
okay.
Elaine. I don't know. She went to Princeton.
University of California, Berkeley. In case you were wondering, she's Mrs. Robinson's daughter in The Graduate.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
She was from a movie then.
Yeah. Well, she was not in the movie. She's Mrs. Robinson's daughter from The Graduate.
What's the guy's name? Hoffman.
The mother.
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, yeah.
I knew what it was
Yeah.
from. Okay, well. John, what is a snap streak?
I truly don't know that.
There's an app on your phone.
Okay.
You have it.
I'm sure I do.
And you send videos or pictures to each other. Snapchat.
Oh, Snapchat.
And it's when you've sent one to a friend on consecutive days, you develop a snap streak.
Ooh.
I'll do another one.
I need to get up on speed on all this stuff.
John, what does clapback mean?
Well, that has a different connotation for me because being the age that I am.
What was the connotation for you?
The clap.
Oh. You got it back.
No, I
Give
don't
the
have
keeps
a
on giving, Clark. All right.
Thanks, Eddie.
It's to respond with a clever or funny answer to someone who has criticized or insulted you, especially on Instagram, but happens elsewhere.
Oh, so it has to be internet related then, or
Usually it's a clap. Well, it could be like you saying like, Taylor, you're a chrome dome, and I'd be like, well, you're a better than a lawn gnome. I don't know, stupid. That would be a
Okay.
clapback if it was.
All right. I think I get the gist of the.
Your hair, John, your hair is literally chrome colored. And then you'd say, oh, that was a clapback. Stupid.
Ooh. What kind of car was Herbie?
Volkswagen. A beetle. A bug.
Herbie, the love bug, was a white Volkswagen Beetle
Yes.
that started in the Love Bug movie series.
Lindsay Lohan started in that.
Did she really?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
She was in that remake.
I'm going to give you another one. Because you're so damn good at these things.
John, language, please.
Because you're damn good at these.
Double bleep.
Technologically speaking, what does PDA stand for?
Personal PDA.
PDA.
It's like a phone, right?
Says nothing about a phone here.
A PDA. Personal device. Always. I don't know. What is it?
Close. Personal digital assistant. Now, if we would have had ours, we would have known all this stuff, see?
Yeah. Well, this one is stupid too. I don't even know what this one is. If you repeatedly date people who are wrong for you, what is this dating trend called? I've never heard of this.
I don't know.
Flea bagging.
Flea bagging?
Yeah.
Wow, these are terms I've never heard.
If someone texts you NVM, what are they trying to say?
N is in November.
November, Victor, Mary.
No voicemail?
No. Hey, John, can you come help me rake the leaves? NVM, my dad just showed up.
Ooh.
Never mind.
Never mind. Never mind.
These are all texts. What does STFU mean?
STFU.
It's another texting thing that you would never say.
Well, probably not, but I would never get it either.
This is not nice.
Oh, what is a not nice one?
Shut the freak up.
Oh.
If you get
So you don't have to actually print all that out. You can just put it on there. I like this.
It'd save you a lot of texts each day.
Well, I text so much.
John, thanks for coming over last night and podcasting. I had a lot of fun. STFU. NVM. Stop flea bagging. Instead, this would be what happens to me. If you get ghosted, what happens? I guess it wouldn't be me because...
Yeah, I get ghosted all the time. Keep ghosting me all the time, Taylor.
Well, apparently this is someone you're dating. The person you're dating, and without explanation, suddenly stops contacting you. Relationship over.
Yeah, just done. They don't, no communication whatsoever after that.
Okay, last one.
See, I don't know that. See, that's the whole generational difference thing.
Yeah, I would never ghost somebody. I never will now because I'm married happily. But I never ghosted any girls when I dated. I gave them the courtesy of telling them why I was ending things.
Well, that's the honorable thing to do, and that's what most people would expect to do. But
I would say, I had a great time, but you're just not treating my chrome dome.
Yeah, it's just
respect.
not working.
Okay, one more for me.
One more for you? Okay.
Ooh.
Can you finish the lyrics in the year 2525?
I think I might have seen this one card. Something about a man, something.
If a man is still alive.
Sorry. I looked at that one when it was on the top of the box.
God, that's an old time song, man. Good song, too.
One last one.
One more? You're on it, bud. Can you name all the kids on the Brady Bunch?
Yeah. I saw that one too.
Huh?
I saw that one too.
Okay, never mind. We'll do
All I know is Jan. Or Marcia.
Do you want me to read it?
Marcia.
Yeah, Marcia,
Wait.
Jan.
Marcia, Jan, and then...
Cindy.
Okay.
Greg, Peter, and Bobby.
I haven't seen that forever.
Never saw Bobby.
Okay, I've got one for you. Okay, you do yours and then I'll leave mine.
What is shorthand?
It's abbreviating.
Very good. It's a form of abbreviated symbolic writing.
Well, here's another shorthand for you, and it matches the one you gave me earlier. Romantically speaking, what does PDA stand for?
PDA.
You and Mary Alice are always showing PDA when you see each other after work. When we would go to Jalapenos, you'd stand up from the table, and he would give her a little peck on the cheek.
A little smoocheroo.
What would that be considered?
I don't know. What is a PDA?
Public?
Display of affection.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, we went. This is
Do you
gotta be
do that? Do you do that with Janelle? And
I'm not a big PDA fan. Yeah, sometimes.
I got to the point where I got old enough where I just thought, what the hell? This is crazy. Why not?
John, you need to have a curse jar. You've had 2 H's and 2 D's. That's grounds for a mustache growing.
Well, see, that's a ground for an assistant, for our assistant, our intern. We need an intern, Taylor.
Well, I think on other podcasts I've heard, New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis Kelsey, they had a curse jar, and every time they cursed, they'd throw $1 in, and they would give the money to, I think, a kid going to college. So I think we should do that. We should, every time we say...
Stop. Just a moment. What is the net worth of Kelsey and Jason Collins? Jason, huh?
Travis and Jason Kelsey?
Travis and Jason.
It's at least a couple $1,000s.
Yeah, I'm sure it's about $10 or $15, right?
So I think we should have one where for every curse word you say, we put it in a jar, and that money goes towards an intern.
Well, all I would have was cash.
Oh, look at me, I'm rich.
No, it's not. Look at me, rich. It's just a Chrome Dome only takes credit cards.
All right. Well, we need feedback on if John should grow a mustache and have money go towards
my language.
What's your language? Prostate awareness or research.
Why prostate research?
That's kind of what Movember is called. No Shave November. People grow mustaches and they raise money, and the money goes towards prostate cancer.
Okay.
Research, not towards the cancer itself.
All right. Well, that's a very noble idea. I like that.
So I think we should get money raised, and you should grow yours.
We got to wait to hear what the fans have to say first.
All right. Well, let's hear your feedback. 1 like equals 1 vote for John's mustache.
Okay. All right. I'll go along with that. Whatever our listeners would like us to do, we will.
What will it take, though? Like 5 people saying yes, or 10 or 20?
No, we'll just have to make a determination once let's say within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we can.
Well, you can't be changing the finish line here.
No, I'm not changing the finish line. What I'm trying to do is just give people ample time to make up their minds and email us their decision.
Well, they're all going to want to see your mustache. So what number does that have to be? How many comments or likes does that have to be?
10.
10?
10.
Okay. So just on Instagram alone, they have to have 10 likes, and you'll grow a mustache?
Yes.
For how long?
What do you mean for how long?
Like you'll have the mustache for 1 episode, and you can shave it off?
Oh, I don't know.
That's good.
We'll negotiate that one. How's that?
We can do 1 episode.
We'll do 1 episode for sure.
How long will it take you to grow?
It's going to take the longer than that. So you're going to be able to see it a couple weeks.
It'll take a couple weeks to grow a respectable one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a vote.
All right, Otis. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks. So he gives you 1 star equals 1 vote. Cool. Well, we hope the next time we see you'll be growing a mustache.
And be sure and stop by the Automobile Museum.
And I'm wearing a merch thing.
Oh, yeah.
This is a crew neck with a logo. This is a defect. It should be navy, and they sent royal. Yours will be navy if you buy this one.
I like that. Looks good. That looks great.
Ooh,
as a matter of fact.
Last thing.
Yeah.
I forgot to give my listeners of the week shout out.
Oh,
I have multiple.
Okay, do it.
family reunion. My dad told people about the podcast. We may have some new family listening.
Really?
Valerie Martin, Janelle's grandma, Janelle's aunt, she purchased a T-shirt. Your daughter, she bought everyone in her family an apparel item. Real Buzz.
Which daughter?
Courtney.
Oh, good for her. Thanks, Courtney.
Kathleen.
Thank you, Val. Thanks, Courtney.
And I showed up at my parents' house, and we were watching TV, and they showed up with their matching hoodies with the Real Buzz logo.
Great.
And found out last week that Janelle's dad is now watching the episodes. I don't know that he listened to the first ones, but he said he started watching.
Well, congratulations. Thanks.
He said he likes the setup, but he wants you to have more trinkets. You need to bring some
more
trinkets of your own.
Okay. I'll bring more trinkets in then.
We'll bring them trinkets and a mustache.
Okay.
All right. Well,
if only if it's voted in.
The
has
mustache,
to be voted. We
10 likes.
We need 10 likes. That's all we need.
All right. Sounds good. Well, see you next week.
Taylor, thank you. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun. I do enjoy this.
And next week, I must ask you a question. Goodbye.
You've been waiting for that. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.